Hello, all. Welcome to One Pitch Catch. India went to a comprehensive 4-1 win against New Zealand. Um, I think, yeah, I mean, they won the first three matches. Then the fourth one, New Zealand pulled it back, but then the series was pretty much gone at that stage. I think overall, a lot of positives for India. We will get to some of them when we do a preview ahead of the World Cup that starts, I think, next Saturday. But I think the biggest worry that they have right now is Sanju Samson. He is basically not scoring any runs at all. Like I think they've been backing him for a while, but what does the future look like?
Jaga, I mean, yes, I think even in the last video or before that, even I said that the team should give him a longer rope because he was moved up and down the order to accommodate Gill and a lot of other things. He was not, and Jitesh Sharma was suddenly playing ahead of him as
Yeah,
wicketkeeper. All those things happened. So he needed a longer rope is something that I felt too. But now having gone through this five T20s at home, no, I think I mean, more than the runs, no, I mean, he's not scored much runs, more than the runs that he didn't score. What was more disappointing was the way he threw the bat and got out, the shots that he played
yeah.
when the ball was not there, the bat face opening in the wrong time, his bat angle coming down, a lot of technicalities people talk about. But the way I mean, as a layman fan, when you see also, you will know that five very, very bad dismissals is what I felt, Jaga. Hmm.
Yeah, and
At
I
the
think
start,
there's also talk
hmm,
about a technical aspect to this as well. The ball coming into the stumps, cramping him on the leg side. He's not that much of an offside player. All of those things, definitely the opposition are working those things out. We'll see. I mean, I don't see him being a first choice
yeah,
player for sure,
is
especially with Tilakorma when he comes back. But that creates a bit of an issue because now you have, like, I think, except Suryakumar Yadav and
Hardik
Hardik,
Pandya.
everybody
Hmm.
else in the top eight maybe is a left-hander. Then if you add Washington Sundar,
Hmm.
he extends it even more. So that's going to be a bit of a worry. Like teams are going to. I think we've seen that in the tests, right? So ran into the situation where you pretty much had a lineup of left-handers going in. You're seeing the same thing in T20s.
Yeah, true. I mean, we need. I mean, but the way Ishan Kishan has performed this series also, no, that is also shutting the door on Sanju. I mean, of
Yeah,
course, Sanju has
correct.
done it himself. Sanju has done majority of the damage himself. But the way Ishan Kishan, but the one doubt I have with Ishan Kishan is Ishan Kishan has never been that good a keeper. Because
Hmm.
it could be very crucial if he's going to miss a stumping or a
Yeah, yeah.
catch or a buy or all those things. Even yesterday, a couple of times he could have affected stumpings, which he missed.
And he
Uh,
was not reading Varun Chakravarti for sure.
yeah, that is so I mean, yeah, now forget the opponent batsman, even he is not reading Varun Chakravarti.
Yeah,
That's a problem. And imagine if Kuldeep comes into the mix in one of the games.
yeah,
So it's going
correct.
to be even more difficult. So I hope Ishan Kishan's batting has gone to another level. So he's
Yeah, yeah,
extremely good. He cannot be dropped by any stretch of
yeah,
imagination, but
definitely.
I hope his keeping lives up to the standards that the team expect because one crucial miss stumping could affect the game very
Yeah,
badly.
definitely.
Hmm.
Definitely.
But
Yeah, and
at
there's
the start of the series, India's biggest worry would have been Surya Kumar's form. But
correct.
nobody
Yeah,
is talking about Surya Kumar now.
yeah, he's
Now he's
done a
the
pretty
player
good
of the
job.
series. He's player
Yeah,
of the
player of the
series.
series, two or three matches in which he had some pretty good scores.
Yes, yes, three
Yeah,
fifties
so
he got.
in that sense, quite a few boxes ticked for India. Moving on, I mean, there's the Under 19 World Cup India-Pakistan match that's going on right now. India seems to have recovered pretty well. They were 47 for no loss, then they went to 47 for three, and now they're like 248 for seven, which is actually a pretty big improvement from on what they were. There was a long period of stabilization that happened. The interesting part around this is basically it's very similar to the Under 19 Asia Cup that happened a couple of months ago. Crunch match against Pakistan. The batting really didn't do well. You could say it's similar now.
Yeah, I mean they lost by. I mean they thrashed pretty much everybody in the Under 19 Asia Cup. And when they come to the final, almost they lost close to 200 runs. They
150,
lost
200
by.
runs, yeah.
So they lost by that, and there was not even a fight that was put up. I mean, Pakistan scored close to 350. In the Indian boys were around 150, 160 all out. So
Yeah, yeah.
that was very disappointing. But today, 47 for no loss to 47 for three I was worried it was going in that direction, but now I think they've stabilized pretty much with 250 for seven at this
Yeah.
point of time. So it should be a good game now. I think with the bowling, this 250 is a good defendable, respectable total. I feel so.
Yeah, especially in a must-win match. So hopefully, but I think the other a couple of interesting things here. One is the worrying part, which is the captain Ayush Mhatre. He's basically not scoring runs at all. I think in the last couple of years, he's averaged like between 11 and 18 or something like that with the bat, but 13 with the ball. So maybe there's an all-rounder in there somewhere as an off spinner. But yeah, I mean, you expect him to score runs. He's just not scoring runs.
Yeah, I mean,
I mean, I guess CSK is a little worried right now, maybe.
CSK should be worried for some Samson, first of all,
Oh,
before
yes.
Matre. So, I mean, before that, I guess, I mean, Matre last game with Zimbabwe, he picked up 3 wickets. Cheka. I watched that. I
Mm.
mean, he got some massive turn, a bowl dismissal and an LBW dismissal. All
Mm.
those were excellent, but that was not his primary job. His
Yeah,
primary job is to score runs, which he is not doing. And in fact, I get the feeling that I mean, in old times when we've come across some captains I mean, some people who are finding a place in the 11 only because they're captain at some point of time.
correct. Yeah,
So that is exactly what's happening with Matre. I think the BCCI and the people who are responsible will have to take a call on Matre soon. I mean, he's touching 19. He may not be playing under 19 uh,
yeah,
in a 6 months or time in a 6 months time. But apart from that, also, I mean, because he's been touted for India,
correct. Yeah,
so all those things are a little worrisome because, like you said, in the last 2 years, he's not averaged more than 12 or 13 with the bat. And that too, if you go by innings, there is a big 50, 49,
yes,
53, and all are there. So you take those out, it's very bad.
that's pretty
His,
much
I mean,
nothing.
his,
Yeah.
his returns have been pretty worrying.
I think on the other hand, you also have Vaibhav, who has been scoring every now and then, although it is still inconsistent. But the interesting part for Vaibhav is next year, Bihar will be playing in the elite group of the Ranji Trophy. So they basically won the plate final. I think it was against Manipur. So that obviously he was not playing in the last few matches. But I think what's happened is that because now you're playing in the elite group with better bowlers, maybe better prepared teams. It would be interesting to see how he copes against them. Although I think we've seen over the last couple of years that India selection for red ball cricket will be based on IPL. That's for sure. So we'll see whether the Ranji Trophy really matters. Again, that's a few months later because that's only the next season. So that's going to be interesting in terms of how he handles this different type of bowling. Like, I'm sure scoring runs against Karnataka or UP will be much tougher than scoring against Manipur or Nagaland, etc.
Yeah, the good thing to come out of it is, like you said, I mean, the IPL performances might be taken into test selections, but the good thing to come off this could be Vaibhav Suryavanshi could become a better batsman facing better
Right.
attacks. So I
Correct.
am
Yeah.
hoping it from an individual perspective, if he becomes a better batsman, I mean, I don't know how many Ranji games he will play with his
Yeah.
youth tournament
Correct. Correct.
commitments and all those things. But I hope becomes a better batsman in terms of shot selection and playing the short ball and all those things better would be good for India.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and kind of moving on, the WPL is just about getting into its final stage. RCB is in the final. I think it's going to be played 5th Feb, I think, and then, but of course, before that, who do they play against? Gujarat has definitely qualified. The other two candidates are Mumbai and Delhi. I think it's only either of them that gets through. Delhi
Today's game
probably have the advantage. Oh, that's
today
today's game. Yeah, yeah.
if
Today's
today Delhi
against.
beats if Delhi beats UP, Delhi get
UP.
in. If UP win, MI get in.
Yeah. If UP
Hmm.
wins by a massive margin, then UP gets in. All sorts of
Oh,
combinations are there. But very, very massive margin types.
no,
Like they
that
have to,
is.
Mathematical
Okay, that's
possibilities, basically.
mathematical possibility.
Yeah.
But the way UP has been playing DC and the way DC has got their act together, DC should be able to win today. But you never know what happens because the way this WPL this year has been going, it's very except for RCB. I mean, in fact, if you see the top two run getters are from MI, but MI are
Oh,
struggling.
okay.
I mean, Harmanpreet and Deving. So, but they have been very difficult. They're not able to get into the eliminator also. So apart from those two, I think MI this year has not had the teeth, I feel.
Yeah, and I think even RCB gave the fans a bit of a hiccup or a
Yeah.
shock. They lost the last two games
Last two games,
after
then
winning games before that. So it was a bit topsy-turvy. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. Most likely we'll get to know the finalists by today.
yeah,
And we'll see how the rest of the tournament goes. Just quickly rounding up some of the other international cricket that's going on. There's a few T20 series that are either going on or just completed. Pakistan won against Australia. I think they're 2-0 up. The third match is today.
today.
And it's basically an Australian second 11. It's very similar to New Zealand sending their second 11 for the India series, which, as it turned out, they won the ODIs. That's a different matter altogether. But I think Pakistan definitely are doing well.
I
Australia is not. I think Australia are going to use this series to just scout from a pitcher's perspective. But do they have any worries? Like,
I
how
think
are
I
they doing?
think Australia should be a little worried after having lost the game in the first two games itself, lost the series in the first two games itself, and also it was not close games and things like that. So
Yeah,
I
yeah,
have a feeling they. I mean, even with see, I'm sure the teams are watching. Well, I mean, though there are two or three of those batsmen may not play the World Cup. It's a different 11
yeah.
that's playing and all those things. But with Cummins also ruled out from the T20 World Cup now, so I think Australia would have a few worries, but again, ICC tournaments, Australia are a different team once it comes to it. Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, and the other one that's going on is Sri Lanka, England. England actually won the ODI series again, one similar to the India New Zealand ODIs, completely unnecessary ODI series a few weeks before the World Cup. But now they're one love up in the T20s. Oh, I'm saying one love. It's like this Australian Open, Alcaraz and Djokovic going on, so maybe that's why. But yeah, I mean, do you think everything is just like everything gets forgotten and forgiven when it comes to Indian cricket winning in white ball against red ball? Do you think England
That's
follows
what
or
I was
also?
about to think. The baseball atrocities in Tests would have been forgotten if they win this T20 series now. I mean, you remember a few years ago, Jaga, there will be pointless ODI series played between India and Sri Lanka all the time.
Yeah, yeah,
Now
correct,
it
correct,
is
yeah.
India is playing New Zealand ODIs, Sri Lanka is playing England ODIs. So they have.
England,
So I
yeah,
can't believe this 2 weeks, 1 week before the both teams, I mean, especially their host teams, both they are playing
correct,
ODI
yeah.
series. Okay, but I mean, now they've come to T20s. Let's see. I mean, I'm sure England would be wanting to win this T20 series to set up to get the ball rolling for the World Cup. Let's see. Now they have an upper hand
Plus
with.
it, Plus, it also shuts up some of the commentary around Harry Brook, his drinking escapades and things like that. So I'm sure they'll want some good press out of it. Lastly, rounding up, South Africa won the T20 series against West Indies. I think West Indies won the last game as a consolation win. But Quinton de Kock seems to have been getting into form. There was I think I saw an article about how he had left his bat behind in
Yeah,
the hotel and he just picked up Duval
I
Brooks's
can't
bat.
believe he was. Yeah, I can't believe he left his bag. He changed his
Maybe
bag, so he forgot the bag.
maybe it's the Mumbai Indians influenced by Rohit Sharma. There's a lot of talk about Rohit also being extremely forgetful. So maybe there's an influence.
So and he used Deval Brevis pivot, and apparently he's after scoring those 10 sixes or something, he said he was not bad. He was not happy with that bat. So some it's good press actually. All these are to read, I feel. But I mean, Quinton's good form is good news for of South Africa definitely just before the World Cup. But off late, if you see, I mean, he retired from ODIs and he came back.
Yeah.
All that, even in any of the games that he's been playing, no, he's been blow hot, blow colds
Mm.
off late recently because he suddenly scores a big 100 and then he's
Okay.
out in the first over the next game. So that is like that. So I hope if that keeps happening, then it will be a problem for South Africa. Let us see how everyone. I mean, everyone is gearing up towards the T20 World Cup now, for
Yeah,
which we'll probably come
absolutely.
up with a review sometime in the
Yeah.
coming week.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's a wrap. I think the World Cup starts next Saturday, and then, like I said before that, the WPL also finishes, and we'll come back again in a few days time, not weeks, but
Just an update. Just an update. Like we lost 47 for no loss to
oh,
47 for 3.
3 wickets
Yeah,
in the same over.
250 250 for 7 to 252 all out.
Oh man.
So
It's very similar to that. I think this was probably the third test of the India-England series where England became 70 for 5 or something, and then a 300 run partnership between Brooke and Jamie Smith,
Jamie
and then
Smith,
again they lost the
then
last few wickets.
exactly.
Or this is the equivalent of Ravi Shastri saying if you went for a dump and came back, then the India got all out. It's very similar to that.
I think India lost some 6 wickets or 5 wickets for zero, right? That
Yeah, yeah. They were 153 for 4 and they
4 and
became
153
153
all
all
out
out.
is something in South
Yeah.
Africa. So that's what when Roy Shastri said that.
Yeah, yeah, that's when he said that. Anyway, yeah, so let's see how the second innings pans out. 250 is the competitive total, but then the fact that they will now feel that they could have got 260, that's going to, and Pakistan will obviously be a little bit more happy about this right now. Anyway, so we'll come back again in a few days' time. Until then, please do view it, share your comments, give us your feedback, and do subscribe. Thanks a lot. Bye.
Thank you.